live. All right. Come on, let me just get that look cleaner. All right, hit that. Hit that. They're rolling, although I don't like that one battery on it. If it starts to flash, we have to stop it. Yeah, but it should last.
Should, hopefully.
All right.
Are we live?
Yeah. So, we're live everywhere?
Everywhere.
All right. Come on. So just, yeah. We're live. Yeah. Is it?
Yes, the fans them want to see me. They don't know.
Wait, hold on. That's
where you guys at?
Yeah.
Vibes.
Up. All right, we're back for another episode of Chat Bout Flim. First thing, just for those who are here for the first time, this is a Chat Bout Flim podcast where we talk about movies, TV shows, anything that have to do with film. And today we have a very illustrious guest with us. We have Pierce McLean, also known as Daddy P from Just Bus TV, here to talk about film, local stuff, his short film that he has also directed, and just our hot topic of the day, which is inspirational films.
Yeah, or sets of
our sets of films. Now, yeah, we also want to introduce our producers, Jheanelle Levy.
Hey guys.
Big up. And we want to big up producer Shane.
Morning.
For those who aren't sure, I know we have a lot of people on YouTube and Instagram Live. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, follow all of the platforms that we're there. The main platforms: Spotify, YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and Anchor.
Anchor puts it to everybody.
Anchor puts it to everybody. So if you really want to follow the progress that we're doing, subscribe to us on the podcast where you get the cleanest audio. That's what the mics are for. Or you can also subscribe to our YouTube channel. Just search Chat Bout Flim. You can actually search Chat Bout Film. It will still take you to us. All right. So Gigi, what we have going on first?
All right, first we're going to do our trailer review.
We're going to do a trailer review. All right.
This is Judas the Black Messiah.
Judas and Black Messiah.
I've never seen this one before.
Shane, we're about to turn the cameras towards you.
What the hell?
Shane, just take the phone over here. Figure it out.
Okay, all right.
This is like a
Yeah, it's about the Black Panthers. It's about the Black Panthers.
Okay, this game is on the pitch.
Yep. It's about how they sold out the Black Panthers.
Like he's the one that's selling like a show.
18 months for the stolen car. 5 years for impersonating a federal officer. Or you can go home.
The Black Panthers are over the rainbow coalition of oppressed brothers and sisters of Africa.
Their aim is to sow hatred and inspire terror.
60s.
You can murder You're a revolutionary, but you can't run a revolution. And it's a murder and freedom fighter, but you can't run a freedom.
Oh my God! Yeah, this trailer shot me because it starts off with the white dude and you never know what to do.
Yeah.
That's what you bring
Yeah, definitely. Only in theaters, you sure?
Are you sure? If you said so.
Okay then.
So what you guys thought about that trailer?
Yo, that trailer did bad still. along the line.
Yeah. No, that
Yeah.
trailer. I mean, first thing, Gigi is about to tell us all who directing. Who is the director for that?
Ryan Coogler.
Ryan Coogler. Oh,
Yeah.
Black Panther.
Black Panther.
Fruitvale,
yeah.
Fruitvale Station.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
and Shaka King, who
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't know.
That might be the writer. That might be the
Yeah.
writer.
So
So
I was just like,
So not Spike Lee.
not Spike Lee, you know?
fantastic. I think it looked turn up. The trailer kind of already give you the premise of the movie. So
Yeah, it's one of those giveaway trailers.
Yeah, I mean, but it's a historic like.
So you know the
epic
history,
drama
yeah.
already. So it's not like them. You know what I mean? Like you don't know things that get fucked up.
Definitely.
People did switch out.
What I like about that movie is we've seen a lot of Black Power movies. We've seen a lot of movies about the civil rights movement, but sometimes those movies tend to be a little too preachy. And I feel like a movie like this, like that's how I felt about Spike Lee's latest movie, The Five Bloods.
I haven't seen it.
It tried to be a preachy action movie.
Spike Lee's recent joint.
Yeah, his most recent joint that I actually liked was Black Klansman.
I like
I like
Yeah,
that one.
Like okay, I did pre it. That was kind of fun. That's the one with
And the
Denzel's son, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
that actually put him
That's
on.
what we call him, Denzel's son. Who knows his name?
Nah, as in
John.
It's John.
yo, Tenant dude.
Yeah, him.
Him.
Yeah.
The thing about that trailer that I also really like though is that it's fast paced, and I hope the movie is not too slow. A lot of those movies tend to give us fast paced trailers, and then the actual movie is too slow. And I think there's something about this topic that I think needs to hit hard. You know, especially the whole Black Panther movement. The fact that it's still listed by government as a terrorist organization.
Bro, you saw how that dude was talking in the trailer, bro.
Yeah.
That's very aggressive.
And that's what, but remember, you know,
Especially in the
trailers.
60s, white people.
Yeah.
You remember say them start up certain things because of Marcus Garvey. You know what I mean?
True,
So it's
true,
like
true.
if you have a radical black man talking,
start
like,
everything.
with aggression, they scare people.
Sometimes though you find that the trailers tend to have that aggression, but the movie doesn't. And that's my issue. Isn't it? That is my overall issue.
Yeah, it looked like it gave me like a very intense movie.
Yeah, emotional as well.
Yeah, in terms of like it gave feel some emotions gave me fucked up after. Not fuck, but I mean just sorry for my language. But I mean
No.
This-
No,
fine.
drop the fuck them on.
No, I don't mean to. No, when if I said fucked up, it made me like a sad state. I just mean it's more.
Oh, I
you,
get
get,
you.
you get that proper emotional
A roller coaster. Yeah.
experience from
What I think makes me optimistic about it though is how he dealt with Fruitvale Station, right? Because Coogler did the Fruitvale
Yeah,
Station,
he did.
and Fruitvale Station did a really good job of being as balanced as possible. So like you did feel bad for Michael B. Jordan's character, but he actually like showed the character to be kind of like fucked up, like not.
Okay, fair
You
enough.
know?
I never saw it, but I mean, I guess that might be something of his style because, as I say, even in Black Panther with the same Michael B. Jordan, there was a bit of a conflict. You kind of understand
definitely.
where him come from,
Yeah, definitely.
but him still going on with something.
Definitely. I think that's very important. It comes down to pushing an agenda. You don't want to force an agenda, but you want to show that even with these flaws, he doesn't deserve that. Yeah, it's still important. And yes, it's still important, and he doesn't deserve that ending. You know what I mean? Like there is a bigger picture than, because you find that whenever these things happen, people are just like, oh, but he was a this. Oh, but he was a that. Yeah, that don't mean a police officer should put him knee in another man's neck. That don't mean that the officer can pull a gun and think it's a taser.
Yeah, well,
Which was a real life story of Fruitvale Station.
Okay.
That was his defense.
Okay.
He thought he was reaching for his taser.
Now you see, this is the problem with this game.
How many times did he shoot him? Once?
I think it was once. I think it was once.
Okay, just making sure.
I think it was once. No, I don't think he'd have any argument if it was more than once. But the taser not working. Oh my God, it's a gun.
After
Now,
3
people need
bands.
to learn how to. This is just a life thing, but in the world, people need to not approach situations with a negative emotion initially. Really try analyze every situation. Step to things positive and best first. You know? These are what these things teach you. You see these movies and you see the fuck away that everybody do to each other, and it's because the initial way them pre the other person is just from a immediately negative like standpoint, as opposed to like that the white policeman in there. Him immediately, I don't even watch the movie, but say him immediately going into the situation with a negative mindset on these people and not trying to even understand where them coming from and why,
what they're trying to say.
What they're trying to say and
definitely,
whatever.
definitely.
You know what I mean? And this is why you have so much, contention in the world and all that.
Yeah,
Deep people.
but trailer, which is fine, Pierce. It's all fine.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
all fine, bro.
Yeah.
It's all fine. Let us skip to the next, which is what?
Okay, so next is our hot topic. So for the past couple of weeks, we've been kind of like not purposefully, but kind of inadvertently following how COVID has affected movies and affected Hollywood. So this week, Walmart announced that they'll be transforming their parking lots into drive-in theaters. From August 14th to October 22nd, the retailer will have 320 movies showing at 160 of their locations. Movies include E.T., Wizard of Oz, Black Panther, Cars, The Iron Giant.
No.
Yeah.
The article gets
And-
into the mechanics of how to do it.
Well, the article just kind of says that there's this link that you click and you can sign up for how to reserve parking for the viewing.
So Mega Man needs to get on this.
Mega Mart, Price Mart.
No,
All
not
those-
Price. Well, Price Mart.
No,
Yeah, it's
on the
on
roof?
the cover. Yeah.
nah, digital could do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think that is something we definitely need to make this a clip
Or-
and talk to Palace Amusement and tell
Open
them.
back the original drive-through.
No,
Yeah.
what original? You mean Harborview? That
Yeah.
shell?
No.
I'm
Yeah.
not- Well, as in.
No, as in the land is everything.
Oh no,
mashed
no,
up.
no! Or
Hurricane
even in
mashed
New
up.
Kingston.
Yeah, the
There's
New
that.
Kingston
There's
one you're
a New
talking
Kingston.
about.
Oh well, that is a playhouse now. Yeah, that could work.
You know what I
That
mean?
could work. Is the screen still there?
Well, there is like framing.
I mean, I
It's
feel
nothing
like
for
main
the-
event or phase one could build something for
Phase
three,
phase one.
Wait, I want to say one more thing from the article. Before each movie, the retailer will show a number of short films.
Yeah.
Ooh.
You said it right the first time.
And when I read this part, I was like, that would be cool if like Mega Mart, whoever did it, and then showed local films before the actual draw-in film. That would be cool.
Yeah, that would be definitely cool. I mean, Pierce, what are your overall opinions on what is happening with theaters and COVID and things like that?
Well, shit. Right now, everybody getting hurt. You know what I mean? The production, as in, I'm in the production aspect of it. So, our production is hurt. The theaters, as in, I like going to the theaters and that get bun up. So,
Well, technically not, because it's but
nah, but it's,
you do that one.
yeah, nah, that bun up. So, basically, the COVID thing, it just really quelched out and bun up a lot of stuff. And I don't know, man. Like,
So how you feel about the idea of like Walmart using the parking lot as driving theaters?
That's actually, I don't mind certain way, as long as the winner could be one of policy. Then
I mean,
okay.
maybe not. I mean, I feel
I
like
just don't-
I feel like the 6 feet distance could work with the windows down, and then we could use those people who do the inner ear parties, the earphone parties.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't that a thing? The silent parties.
Yeah.
Just use those headphones.
Yeah.
basically, or
Or like Shane said, you go to a dial on your radio. And,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
That's how it used to be.
Yeah, that's what it used to be,
tune
definitely.
into an actual radio station.
You just tune into it. I think you also had little speaker, but those things sounded like shit.
Yeah.
Mhm.
The car stereo sound better than
Yeah,
that.
now, as in the driving thing is definitely a good alternative to the not going to the theaters and theaters
Yeah.
having to shut down and all that.
And it would have a vibe because right now, a bunch of like I think Dream Weekend and a bunch of other people would be putting on pull up and party. So it's car parties.
Mhm.
And if you can have a car party, you can definitely have a car driving
Yeah,
movie theater.
You saw the newspaper, the lady's like, I just flew down for this.
I flew down from Florida for this, and then everybody's like,
now whoever out here that can do it or might have even thought to do it, I I want to make them know that they need to do it fast. It's a good idea.
I mean, yeah, maybe we will have something like that. I don't know. Fingers crossed. Let's think about it.
Only one thing is location. Because I do remember when they had the driving at Cinema 2 in New Kingston.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Going there, my biggest problem was that the lights on the outside too bright. The screen don't look. You can barely see what is on the screen, especially if it's like a dark scene kind of movie.
Well, the projectors nowadays kind of the projectors nowadays kind of better. So.
And even so, let's say we use like a main event or whoever. It can be a screen rather than a projector. You get what I'm saying? So that would be the possibility.
Yeah, technology has advanced.
Technology has advanced.
There definitely
But
options.
I mean, even though technology has advanced, but how do you stop outsiders from, I guess, physically bootlegging, like not paying to go into the drive-in, but just sitting on the wall being like, oh, we're watching movies today, and not paying? I
mean, to my memory, the drive-thru just didn't care. You know what I mean? So what they did was you're going to watch a silent movie. You see me? Which is
if you don't have a radio, or I think what you can do is that you get the frequency within that
you can.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they can't broadcast.
You can't broadcast outside. But then I guess that's where the silent, the inner ear headphone thing.
Yeah.
The headphone thing could come in handy because the people watching it are listening to it.
But knowing Jamaican people,
they're gonna find a way. They're gonna find a way. But the thing is, here's a question.
But who cares?
Who cares, right? I think even if they find a way, I think the vibe or the hype will still be good enough.
Yeah, I think they might not be able. The only problem I think with the drive-through theaters is because of that bootlegging thing. Right to be airing
certain things,
new
things.
That's why they're showing like ET.
So
that's probably the.
So that is the newer stuff dropping straight to the streaming services. Which
that is
talk about
that a little. With exception of that was like only in theaters.
They're saying that no, it's the same thing. Like throughout the year, everybody's like theaters in February, March, April. It's making the transition, I think, to really test the waters with just straight to home delivery. You know what I mean? Because there's a potential for them to make way more money than actually going to theaters. So if that actually works, I think the theater thing will be dead, and it just will be a novelty flex thing. You know what I mean? If you really want to watch the movie, just go watch it at the theater.
Yeah,
that's facts.
And to add to that, last week we spoke about a bunch of movies that were delaying their drop dates to go in theaters. One of those movies was Mulan, and then this week they announced that it's just going straight to Disney Plus instead of postponing the date. All right, so next on the show, our host will be right back.
Simon. So I'm a new host of Chat Bout Flim. You don't know. Big up Simon. He's lost his seat. Sorry, sir.
Okay, Simon's back. Okay.
Everybody on the audio podcast is like, what's going on?
Okay, now we're going to talk about Pierce's Flim. It's our Something Local segment. And this week we're fortunate to have Pierce McLean. He's the director of this short film. Has it won an award?
No,
It
it's just
showed
it's just
somewhere.
It showed at certain festivals.
It showed at a couple
It
festivals
showed
around
at
the
a couple
island.
festivals.
And
It's
but-
amazing.
yeah.
Everybody look for it.
So it's, I
So
just
he's
say
gonna
the
talk about
microfilm
it.
though, but yeah.
Yeah, go on, talk about it.
All right, so you don't know, big up. Girl on the Run now.
Well, all right. First, what I would like you to do is just give us a title.
Mhm.
If you could just run through like the team that you work with for it, and then just give us a quick description of what it's about. And then because we've all seen it, all of us watched it.
Mhm.
Yeah. So, well, except for the people, everybody on podcast.
No, meaning.
I know.
Yeah.
So, all right. So, Girl
Meaning we're
on the
all ready
Run,
to discuss it.
Basically, quick nutshell, it's a nanny story
Cool.
in a nutshell. And basically the team that work on it, you don't know, the Just Bus team is the core part, and I work with people like Rand Francis, Tiffany Lewis, Mika Buckner, Miles, Joe Fenton.
Nice.
There's a good team, Sean. There's a couple more. The driver them.
But it's a child film with only 2 actors.
Yeah, it's only 2 actors.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, is Izzy and Jono, Christina Campbell, Jonathan Newman. Basically, she's nanny, and he's like some mulatto Spanish farmer dude trying to catch back the runaway
and get a map from her.
Yeah, so basically she stole a map, got away, and he was sent to get it back.
To capture,
and that was it's just really like a chase scene. There's a competition called Road Reel, right? And that is actually is really like an online thing,
online competition
thing, right?
by the company Road RODE.
Yeah. They're like they're big in the film. There's a lot of audio equipment they use. So they've been having it for years now, and I just between myself and Rand Francis, he also made a short film
for Road Reel.
Yeah, you could make him link up. He would be a good.
He would be a good guest.
Yeah,
I think so.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
But thing there, we did just decide, say, let's just do this. Because the competition is there's a couple of days. And we made one previously, we both made one. He made one called The Game, and then I made, it was like, I literally made it by myself, and it was like, in
So,
less
all right.
than 24 hours. But do the Road Reel thing. I did one before, and I was just like, all right, let's do a more exciting one. And we end up just doing this Girl on
who
the
came
Run.
up with the idea, or who wrote?
Yeah, because it's a historical story. So you're talking about Nanny.
Mm-hmm.
What draw you? Who came up with the idea to do that story about Nanny? And just a quick thing for those who are listening on the podcast, just to repeat, and those who are on IG and YouTube Live, look up on YouTube, Girl on the Run. It's a short film
by Pierce McLean.
Yeah, so right. You have to type Girl on the Run, film on Just Bus.
Yeah,
that's how I found it.
Yeah, you'll see it too if you put Girl on the Run.
So just for all those who are listening, look that up. It's a really short, really
It's like
nice
a
short.
microfilm, but it's like a chase scene.
It's a very short film.
The Mel Gibson movie Apocalypto was kind of
the inspiration.
Yeah, I did like that movie. I was like, the chase scene stuff in this is cool. And when it back to what you're saying in terms of who they come up with the idea to write it out, basically it was myself. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And then my team.
So you're the writer director.
Yeah,
Cool.
you know what I mean? So I wrote a longer expanded story, but I just wanted to test myself on just making a chase scene. So I decided to just get that part out and make it a little short film. You know what I mean?
Nice.
So basically that was the vibe, and I think it came out pretty well. We decided to make it be full Spanish because the idea is that my nanny basically was alive during the transition from the Spanish to the English. So like when the Spanish them did a leave, that was her when that she got out and then back whatever. It would be cool if one day I can actually make the full thing. I think it would be pretty cool. But you don't know. It was
So
good vibes.
we all watched it, and one of the things I definitely really liked about the film itself is that the location that you chose, it kept me in a world. You know what I mean? I didn't have to start worrying where this was, whatever it was. And it was a very tight, neat film. It got right to the point. We knew what it was about with any extended or stretched out dialogue. And we knew what was happening. And I think the transition, especially the camera movements, the angles that were chosen, everything seemed very neat. And it was a little, I don't know if surprising is a word, but you find that sometimes the films coming out of Jamaica don't have a certain level of cinematography, and it was refreshing. If you want a better word, you see me? Gigi, what do you thought of it?
I like that you kept the dialogue in Spanish, and I guess I like the acting. We have something on this podcast where we call it bully beef acting. I don't know if you're aware of what this is. There was none of that, so that was great. And like Simon said, it was short and to the point, and you were engaged the whole time. So I did like that. Shay?
Yeah, I have to big up John Fenton. Half of it is him in terms of the music.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the music was definitely
That
really
was
good.
originally scored by Graham John Fenton, one of the baddest producers and engineers that I know on the planet.
No, he's really, it was,
I did sit down with him and I was just like, all right, this is the vibe. When we reach here, it needs to drop down. When it starts again, the drums need to drop back in. You know, we did sit down for like a day and go over it, and then he did end up just adding. He also added him and his brother Joe Fenton. They added in Flip. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So I edited it too. You know what I mean? So
he did everything. He did everything. Him look tired just thinking about it. It's like, yeah, I wrote it, I shot it, I edited it. Oh my God.
But,
were you acting in it?
No. Unfortunately. Luckily not. So,
Shane, you have something to add to it real quick or no?
Well, I mean, just in terms, what it was like about exactly what you're just talking about, was that's going to ask like the soundtrack, because the thing that stood out to me about it, how minimalist it was, and the music, like how the soundtrack was treated.
Yeah.
I believe Jamaica is a perfect backdrop. You can't show anything that would look good here, but you're able to compose and put the music together to fit the moods and the scenes, as well as I said, to avoid the bully beef acting, the two actors with limited dialogue, and it's just more expressions and that kind of thing. That's the thing that I appreciated about it.
Respect that. It was a cool little project. It took us a couple of days actually. We went to Portland and up in Stony here.
Yeah, some really beautiful venues in here. Yeah. And I really like that. All right.
Everybody watch it.
Yeah, so just one more big up. I'm going to end my personal live and we're going to end the Chat Bout Flim live. So we just want to do one last shout out. Follow Chat Bout Flim. Check out Daddy P's film, Girl on the Run. Just Bus. You have to type all of that because there's a whole heap of Girl on the Run on YouTube. Type all of that.
Put it in our links.
Yeah, definitely. Check the links in the YouTube description. Follow up the Just Bus page. Follow up Chat Bout Flim if you're just on my page. Chat Bout Flim people. Follow up Just Bus page. So many pages. Oh my God.
Chat Bout Flim everywhere.
Chat Bout Flim everywhere.
Just follow all the links.
Every link, everything
that will follow. Yeah.
So we're going to end the live. I'm going to take a quick battery switch break. The YouTube live will still be running and watch us doing that. So everybody here, big up. End that live. Please save the live.
Bueno, this.
Did you end it?
What did
Yeah. Them already? No.
All right. You stopped it? You know what
asked me to save it, but you didn't ask me to save it.
Oh, it's still going.
It's still going.
It's still going.
It's good.
Just wave at all these people. And then just end the video.
Okay.
Share to IGTV. You switching for me? YouTube people, just hold on. We're doing a little battery switch. Video. Yeah. Yeah, we got a one follow from that.
Awesome.
Almost
Slowly
ready.
but surely.
Yeah, this is his studio.
Yeah. Check. Yeah. All right, we're ready again. Thanks for your patience, YouTube live people.
Up.
All right, so Gigi,
So
what's the next topic?
Okay, so I mean, technically, I guess we just did that. It's like a more in-depth intro into who Pierce is. Maybe
Yeah,
you
true.
could tell us how you started, what were your inspirations, like what made you want to do this. So we just want to intro Pierce a little bit more detail now.
alright. Well, you don't know Pierce McLean, born and grown in Jamaica. They end up get into. I just say that I'm in the media business, right? I actually started off on the music side of things. Used to be a DJ, and I did a little bit of music producing.
True that.
And then I did end up fly away and go to Full Sail.
What was the name of before Infamous? Yeah, there was another sound system name. Samplers.
Cool,
Now,
right?
no, I have samplers crew. Big up all the samplers crew.
All right.
Dupes them and sistering them. That's the crew from high school.
Were you in Codering?
No, man, no.
Oh.
That's all Rush.
That's Rush. That's Rush.
Mm.
We had it Infamous song and I mean with it.
Yeah,
That was the
sound
that was
system.
the sound system days. And,
Yeah.
Big record box and all that. And some little hits. But yeah, so you don't know, start up there, end up got to Full Sail, all right. I have a big up gambling house, man. During that as I said, the musical DJ and producing time, I end up links up with Gambling House. And that's
Right.
where
That's
I did
true.
end
That's
up
true.
doing my productions.
I definitely remember going to Gambling
Cold
House.
War rhythm.
Cold War rhythm.
with Idonia.
Yeah,
Nobody
yeah,
know Idonia is spelling name with an I. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It was just IDO.
Oh, yeah, you know what I mean? Nobody did know him.
Yeah.
RDX from them time there, you know, like
True.
a bunch of artists. You know what I mean? But
Yeah. Back in my Bulletproof days.
yeah, Bulletproof and the whole of them. But you don't know. So the music was there. And then so I was like, music man. Then I got to Full Sail and my eyes was open up. I was like, oh shit, can't just be in music alone.
Yeah,
There's so much more to this
To life.
entertainment thing. Like, wow, shit, you can do video games, you can do film, you can do writing. This, like, I saw everything that you could do, and it was just kind of mind blowing. And it's like halfway through my entertainment business degree, I was just like, all right, I want to roll back to yard and be in media, not just music. I have to get into film and how to produce it and whatever. And then
And then you link with Roadblock.
yeah, Rollback down, link up with Kirkley, my brother, and we start up Rollback Films, and we end up doing beer music video for everybody, from Richie Spice to Ding Dong to Spice to Vibes Cartel. Yeah, I mean the holiday, all of them. So it was a fun time. Things happened, but during that time, from the Full Sail times, we did start up Just Bus as actually like a website.
Right.
Okay? Andrew, Jonathan, and the infamous one. Then they kind of have it up, and then
It was a way of busting the music.
yeah, right. So it's like we was gathering everything for everybody to see, and then when Roadblock, they kind of, you know, it never really worked out. We just, Jonathan, Andrew, and myself, was just like, yeah, fuck it, let's just go all in with Just Bus, and we just started to just make one link after our next, do our next job,
And now Just Bus is one of the premier music production companies. Well, music video production companies.
Yeah, we definitely people definitely know us for being heavily tied to the music business. You know, as I say, I edit, I film,
Yeah,
all
definitely.
kind of stuff. So.
What I will say before we're about to jump into the topic is how you have tied in the musical experience with the video experience is one of the reasons why I'm also looking forward to the more of what you do in the film industry.
Yeah, to time travel back one sec, right? There is a point where before the music, I actually wanted to be a director. That actually was my first,
and it shows.
First thing that I ever wanted to
shows.
do. Like when I was growing up, it's behind the scenes for a movie. We'll get into that later, but that I was just like, yo, director. But being a Jamaican, you don't have access to the things that can make you empower you to be able to do that.
For sure.
And music was the next thing. So I did end up just go to music and I Full Sail. I saw the film thing, got back, link up Roadblock, big up Kirky, and really did teach enough stuff and really. But that we move on from that, and you know, I end up becoming a director. Director a couple commercial music videos, short films,
shows, TV shows.
TV shows. You don't know, there's Just Bus Acoustics,
Spice
It Up. There's mic sessions. I have a next new show that will drop pretty soon. That should be funny.
It should be hilarious. It should be hilarious. But we're not going to too much.
Yeah, but there's quite a few things that we've done. I'm not really the type of person to be like, yo, see all the shit that I do, you know.
You've done a lot, and that's what Chat Bout Flim is about. We're telling the people, see all the shit that you've done. So for those
really used to this is, you know.
Yeah, so for those tuning in, whenever you get the chance, look up Just Bus Acoustic on YouTube, Just Bus Mic Sessions, and Spice It Up and enjoy. I'm going to take this moment to do a quick transition now into our topic. And what's today's topic, Gigi?
Today our topic is inspirational films. Both of you will be giving us three, Pierce. Three?
Yes, no, I will be very quick.
So let's get into it.
I think what I should probably do is I will start with my first film, and then we'll go into Pierce's first category, in which we'll pull a film and talk about it.
Yeah.
The funny thing about how we do the topics at Chat Bout Flim is that we recognize that it's hard to choose three films, but we kind of dig deep into why we're going to choose one of those films. So my first film, what do I have as my first one?
City of God.
Is City of God. Now, you've seen City of God, I'm sure. The thing about City of God that inspired me, so Pierce will talk about what inspired him as a director. I will talk about what inspires me as a writer. And one of the things that inspired me from City of God as a writer is the perspective of kids. A lot of things that I write have that kid, even coming of age perspective. And City of God had that perspective in massive effect. You know?
Narrated by a kid.
It's narrated by a kid.
It's his point of view.
He grows up,
and
and then
movies that actually was done like that.
Yeah, and then it's the cycle that it gives us, where as soon as you feel that little feeling of hope, they break you again at the end to show you this is what it's really like in Brazil. Shane, I think you were telling me about what's happening with those kids now. They're still poor, right?
Yeah, they're on Netflix. There is City of God, and it's about the actors.
Oh, that basically had a good year filming it and whatever, but
And
after that, it's like
They still
straight
go.
back.
there's so many people that happened to in life, and it's just messed up.
Because there was a TV show spin-off. There was City of Men.
Yeah.
after it.
I think it was another
And
film and a
one-
TV show.
and one and two other actors was in that City of
Yeah.
Men. But I
It
think
never
it's
turned out that
It's
great.
only the guy that they play, wasn't it? Handsome Ned. That was the character that, remember the character that because they did rape him, right?
Yeah.
He, I think, is the only Knockout Ned, I think.
Knockout Ned, right.
He's the only character that have like a character because
Yeah.
he's a singer. He's a
Yeah,
musical artist.
he was a celebrity from then.
Right.
So for me, that became inspirational because it gave me a good look into types of storytelling. It gave me a good look into the fact that anything that we will watch, there is some sort of root in that character's childhood that can tell a story. And for me, that's one of the most interesting parts of storytelling, isn't it?
Also, what is always a good pull factor is the story of a underdog. Because it's
The underdog, yeah.
of his brother where
Yeah.
he's really like a nobody in
Yeah.
the community.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
but then he is actually the voice of the community. Because not only he narrating the story,
But he's a journalist, a
his
photojournalist.
images are
Yeah.
going into the
Yeah. Pierce, what you thought about City of God?
That movie actually is fantastic.
Yeah.
Definitely, the emotional roller coaster that it puts you on, and then the realness, like definitely, as you say, it's like it does show you how Brazil really
Is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I what I did really like is that they were patient with the process of that film because they took, I guess it was a couple years well. Like it wasn't just they shot it when they were young, waited till them grow up, and then come back and
same.
Huh?
It's not the same actor.
It's not the same actor.
You sure?
Yeah, man,
Yeah.
sure. No.
Children are
What they
different
did,
from
no,
that.
yeah, man. What they did though was the real patience. So
yeah. So I definitely caught
Facts.
whiff of some story like that.
no,
So I
man.
forgot.
What happened is some of those, as he said, a lot of those kids some of those kids were brought back for the documentary.
And some of the kids were actually brought back for the TV show City of Men.
Men, right? But the movie itself, they used different actors. You see me? Why they had to be
Nah,
patient
man,
with?
yeah, we'll have a look at it. I'm pretty sure they come
I'll
across
Gigi-
Gigi will do that part.
article
Gigi will do that part.
to be like, yeah. Then
How long did it
film-
take to film City of God? But I know it's different actors that did the kids and the older versions of the kids. But we're talking the main characters, the evil one, Lil Zay and those guys.
No. Well, that's the evil dude. I'm talking the journalist kid dude. I believe
It's the same actor as a youth as a.
No, man, they never wait that long for that, man. No, man, not that
So
one.
it was
I'm pretty
filmed
sure-
in 9 weeks.
just 9 weeks.
Yeah.
Just 9 weeks,
Yeah,
yeah.
it was filmed in 9
So
weeks.
damn, that take away the whole
vibe that you think?
that I did have of it. Initially.
Hold on,
Like,
no.
when I did
Chat Bout Flim,
initially watch it-
educating the masses.
No, when I did initially watch it from however much years
Yeah,
ago,
yeah.
as in you don't know, everybody just saying something. One of the top them was like,
Yeah.
yo, them did actually like, film this.
And wait till them
XYZ,
grow up?
and then wait
Nah, man,
till
nah,
the man
man.
them grow up and blah blah blah.
The
I
only-
never ever fact check that. I did just
Run with it.
you believe your friends until you actually get some facts. You know what I mean?
No, man, the only thing they really
Yeah,
waited
so-
on was for the documentary, and they used some of them for the series
Right.
and the other movie. And that I know that it took 9 weeks because technically, I don't know if you can try and look it up, but they never really get a chance to go longer than those 9 weeks because Brazil hot when it ready. The scheme hot when it ready. But
And it
That's-
was
that was-
actually shot in the favela.
and it was in
Yeah.
the favelas, and after a while, the paying off police, paying off bad man, it adds up. But it's one I love how it's shot. I love the griminess of it, and it really write some of these stories from the vantage point of the kids. With that said, we can move into your first category. Cheers.
And then what is the category? Then
This is a Chat Bout Flim first.
Yeah, so I gave you on this whole podcast. So it was I thought it was best directors, then it was like inspirational films. There's a little mix up, so it's like I kind of had all of this stuff, and I just don't want to put all of what I wrote to waste. And I just want to mention these, but basically I broke it up into there's like 3 kind of categories of films that I depend on.
Give us the first
And
one.
the first one is the action category. As
Which
a
is
young
no
youth,
problem.
growing up, everybody loved the action movies. But the action movies that really had an impression on me was like the Japanese kicker ones. You know what I mean?
Kickers.
Especially like I really like the Jackie Chan stuff and John Woo stuff. So like you have Operation Condor, Hard Boil, Better Tomorrow, Mission Impossible, Police Story, and like even Face Off. You know what I mean?
All right,
Which
so-
are all just in that vein of just Hong Kong Asian action kick-up vibes.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
So
them
let me
kind
grab
of
one.
They really
I'm going to grab one, and I know
they
you thought
inspire me.
I was going to grab Face Off, but I'm going to grab Police Story. I'm going to grab Jackie Chan.
Yeah. Okay.
Here, why I'm going to grab Jackie Chan. I think Jackie Chan, at the time, was one of the biggest things, but I think people underrate how well his action comedy has aged. It may look like it don't, like the quality of the video may look,
Yo,
but I think
watched
the
Police
style of
Story,
it,
like literally yesterday, and that shit.
it
is
aged
like-
well. It aged
like,
well.
You're like, no man, nah, do this in a 2020. What the
Yeah.
fuck are these niggas doing? Shit.
Yeah.
The fuck? Yo, the man them blow up an entire like favela on a hillside.
Yeah.
Like that. Like,
And I think that's
and
why.
a man probably are dead doing that stunt. Like them was just pushing. Certain. I don't know that.
I mean, we don't know.
I don't know. But
Yeah.
like, yo, the man them those action stuff, the man them was going, like risking it for the biscuit. You know what I mean? Like that. You know what I mean? And like
Yeah,
that,
yeah.
when you see that stuff, it's like, yo.
Yeah, man, Jackie Chan is definitely an adrenaline junkie.
So
Yeah. And what
Ain't
I,
nobody died.
nobody. Okay.
Nobody died.
Thank you, producer.
Reportedly.
What I like, why I said I wanted to jump on one of Jackie Chan out of that category to show that it's inspirational is that I do find that Jackie Chan inspired a whole lot of modern kung fu movies where it wasn't the kickers or the double overs and things like that, but it started with that, and then Jackie Chan himself became big, and his type of action comedy started to really catch steam. You know, like Rush Hour had its own vibe behind it, Rumble in the Bronx had its own vibe behind it, and then you find that Jet Li started to do some of those type of movies.
Yeah.
Chow Yun Fat started to do some of those movies.
Yeah, man, it was definitely
But-
a good transition.
But
Yeah,
he-
and it inspired a whole genre, in my opinion.
yeah, as in, I guess there definitely is comical stuff, but I'd definitely say, like, in terms of action, like the Police Story have just a lot of set pieces where it's just
Yeah.
like some crazy stunts taking place. And
Definitely.
like, yeah, and
Oh,
yeah,
definitely.
that is what inspired me about, like, you know what I mean, about these films that inspire me is like the amount of preparation that they take to actually get the shot done. And then,
He's known to break
yeah,
bones.
yeah,
on
yeah.
the
No,
set.
and then
insurable.
yeah, and the risks that them put in, like the practical stuff, like
Yeah.
they do, like it's not like later when he got older, there's more green screen, but his early
Yeah.
action,
Yeah, he
Asian
is jumping
films,
from a building to a
he's
building.
literally
Yeah.
doing that. There's no green screen. Like this nigga just did that. That's
Yeah.
real. You see this bus crash into this and helicopter
It's
and him
happening.
jump out of
It's
that.
happening.
It's
that
happening.
happened, and then at
Yeah,
the
yeah,
end
yeah.
of the film, you see the behind the scenes stuff, and you see all the
Yeah,
stuff. them
he did
pushing.
that. Yeah,
And those is them thing at the end of enough of those movies that really was like, damn, alright, this is kind of.
I think Rumbling the Bronx.
want-
I saw that
I
they made.
have to do an action film, and if I'm doing an action film, it have to be done like, you know what I mean, like a Jackie Chan action. Like you do the action like that, like
Like if I need somebody on fire, I need to set somebody
yeah,
on
so,
fire.
yeah,
No, literally, like
Yeah.
in Rumbling the Bronx, I think I saw that he broke his foot, and they made a cast that had a flat bottom under the cast for his foot. Says he broke his ankle or something like that.
Mhm.
They made my foot is all up in
No,
there.
the crash.
Yeah. They made a cast that had a flat bottom, and then they had like a sock that had the design of his shoes. So like if you have on a Nike, they made a sock that looked like the Nike shoes so that he could run on the cast.
yeah, no,
Yeah.
Wild.
yeah, nah,
Insane.
those.
So yeah, no, I can see why those are very inspirational. That's a very good. So even though you're worried about the category, I'm glad I picked that one out of it, because that is actually one of those movies that really is
Yeah.
going to stand the test of time as movies that
Yeah,
change
there's
the
this scene when
time.
him jump down like the electrical like that thing is running power, like him almost dead.
Yeah,
Enough time,
yeah.
Not
enough
enough time,
time.
yo.
I love what you say. It's a casual. I'm almost dead.
Yeah, but
With that said, I know you have drama coming up as your next category. I have a drama film,
American Beauty.
American Beauty. No, let me tell you something about American Beauty. I really liked American Beauty because I think American Beauty was one of the first films. Remember, we talking about inspiring my writing.
Mhm.
It's one of the first films where dialogue thump off my face. Like dialogue and just scenes
Mhm.
just blocks off my face. You know what I mean? And it's just like usually things that would like impact me is like action or drama or not drama or like thrillers or something like that.
Like
Like
suspense.
like,
Like-
oh my god, it was really him.
Yeah.
You see me?
But yeah, this is just straight.
Yo, this is just straight, just like it's like a man just says something. And there was just like a scene where he and his wife having issues, right? You've seen the movie, right? Long time ago.
Yeah.
But it's fine, which is fine. There's a scene where he's having issues with his wife. And then basically want to move out or whatever. And then have this one moment where it look like they're about to like make love again, you know? And there's a beer bottle in his hand. And I'm lying down on his couch and I'm about to kiss her and the beer is about to spill on the couch. She's like, oh my God, watch out for the couch. And he gets up and he's like, these are just things.
Yes.
They don't mean anything. And it's like the power in that dialogue, like how they wrote that scene was just like, yeah, it's just a couch. And I just remember thinking like, this is how I want people to feel when I write. And Sam Mendes have a whole bunch of movies like that. Look up Sam Mendes for me.
Mhm.
Sam Mendes directed American Beauty, and there are so many moments and turns. That was the same movie.
Careful how you said somebody direct a movie and then they might not write it in. Like usual
No, hold on,
suspects,
hold
the
on.
dude that direct that movie
It's not the same
it's
as
not
right.
the dude that write it. So like
Fine.
and
So, hold on.
him that dude that direct the movie end up directing some okay-ish other movies.
No,
but,
well, hold on. But
and
here,
so you
but
really
here,
have to.
but here, why I asked you
Not
to look up.
people look part like them. See the director and just believe that.
No,
It's all them.
No,
and,
but hold on.
and
no.
all of that. But I just want that.
But
the
I'm not
people to
worried
know
about-
there are other people. I'm a director,
Yeah.
so I have to work with all of this. I want to make
No,
sure
I'm
the
a person
crew
that
and
follow
everybody-
writers as well. I'm a
Yeah,
person that
big
follow writers as well. But why I'm not worried about that is that what I loved was how Sam Mendes fused the script and what we saw visually. And
Yeah,
there's a few other movies he's done where you list them out for me.
Oh yeah, 1917, Spectre, King Lear, Skyfall, Away We Go, Revolutionary Road, Jarhead,
Ah!
Perfection. Oh, I got it.
That no, Revolutionary Road is the one I was trying to remember. That was another movie where the same actor that was
Kevin
in
Spacey.
not Kevin Spacey, the same actor that the tall guy that was in Boardwalk Empire. Your favorite character in Boardwalk Empire.
Oh, him.
There's another scene, same Sam Mendes type of movie, same Revolutionary Road, where he has like a mental issue. And Leonardo DiCaprio and Kate Winslet's character is like a baby on the way. And he's like looking at them like, I don't feel sorry for you, I feel sorry for that baby that has to come out alive and live with you. And I just remember just going, ah!
Yeah, you feel it.
Michael Shannon.
Michael Shannon. So what I like about and that's the thing. So you can also look up the writer for American Beauty for me, please.
Okay.
And what I do like is, so you're right. You know, I am not one that thinks that the director is a writer.
Yeah, no, I just in general.
Yeah, in general.
In general, a lot of
And what I
people
do
just-
like about that movie is that it really threw the words at me visually. You know,
no, it's good. Like, it's not until later on in my life
Yeah.
I really started to appreciate this just dialogue.
definitely.
You know what I mean? Like, they're definitely a good grip of them. It's like no action, no nothing. It's just people. You're just experiencing these people's lives, and they just do it well, and you just kind of get drawn into the film. And,
Alan Paul.
you know. But my mother is like, she definitely was a heavy inspiration on just my film life, because she watched everything under the sun. So like I watched her, like I guess through her, like she watched them, like, oh what a, and then I end up enough time I end up watching some movies and like I think they're good and I actually don't know the name of the title, and it's like I'm like, oh, I watched that like donkey. Like you just I watched that like
Yeah. And when I think talking about American Beauty is a good segue into drama, which is your next category.
Yeah, well, it's like it's more drama epics. You know what I mean?
That's fine. That's fine.
This category is more the.
You don't break the rules already, you know. So
Yeah, I
just,
know.
so
Yeah.
just run with what you're running
Yeah,
with.
but it's more like the movies that depict like some reality in a sense, but in an epic way. You know what I mean? Like basic like Gladiator is an epic movie, but there's drama in it, and
It's definitely a drama.
Yeah,
It's definitely an epic drama.
That's what I say. It's like epic drama.
Pierce,
Yeah,
can we just do Gladiator?
As in,
Okay,
Alright,
make
no,
sure-
listen, yeah. Listen more.
Like Godfather. Part 2 in particular is
Yeah,
wicked.
we spoke about
drama,
that and we
epic-
spoke about that with
epic
DJ.
thing.
Yeah.
That's a
Prestige
podcast favorite.
is slightly fantasy, but I don't know.
Definitely drama. It's definitely
a drama.
Prestige is 100% drama.
It's a drama fantasy because
Yeah.
obviously some shit happening that not there happening in real life.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
you know what I mean? But
I see you have Usual Suspects.
yeah, Usual Suspects is there, and then you don't know, like you have the Goodfellas. Departed was a nice
Departed,
Martin Scorsese. Like I kind of like them kind of films
Yeah,
there.
definitely.
You know what I mean? That is like reality, but just epic and
Yeah.
grand.
Or kind of, it's still real, but it's still over the top. It's real because that shit happened.
Yeah, exactly. You know?
Okay,
But
cool.
I guess we can talk about Gladiator.
Yeah.
Gladiator was
Yeah,
pretty
no,
dope.
listen. Gladiator for me.
Titanic is the next one of the
Yes.
epic,
Titanic for real?
epic drama. It's that is an epic movie. Like that show was shot with so much budget and everything. Like the man,
Like everything James Cameron does.
Yeah, I mean, and they blow up a ship and everything sink and all that shit. The making of that movie actually
Better than movie.
is very turn up. I think anybody that's interested in film should watch the making of Titanic.
Are we going to be talking about Titanic then?
No. We'll move on to Gladiator.
Because, yo, I hate Titanic.
Really?
No,
Why?
no,
We should
that's-
talk about it.
No.
If you hear, just watch the making of Titanic.
I may love the making of,
That-
and
that-
still hate Titanic.
that making actually did inspire me to be like, yo, this is what I want to do.
It's Titanic.
We're talking about Titanic
Yeah.
already.
Yeah.
Or we have to talk about the making.
It's the making.
The making
The
of the
making.
stuff,
You
the
have to
making.
see all of the stuff that the production team did, and like,
And I
Yeah,
get
yeah,
why
yeah,
that's
yeah.
like,
interesting to
yeah,
you,
exactly.
obviously.
So like when I saw that, I was like, oh shit, that's how the movie was made. That's how
The iceberg
everything-
was ice.
Yeah. Oh, they weren't really in the middle of the sea. It was just a sound stage that they could
Yeah,
fill
yeah.
up with water
Oh, okay.
and all kind of shit.
All right, guys, I will just announce that we are about to talk about Titanic.
Tell
Yeah.
us what you hate about it.
Let me tell you how I really feel. All right, here's the thing about Titanic.
I just want to talk about making.
Yeah, let's talk
Okay,
about the
so-
making and we'll segue into Gladiator real quick.
Yeah.
So you'll cheat and get 2 movies after this. The thing about it is I can understand it as a set inspiring me because, in fact, you know what? Here, what? We're not going to talk about Gladiator because I want to stay on the setting. We're going to talk about Inception.
Okay, yeah, that would have been.
Is it me as a drama? So let's go from Titanic to Inception. The thing that I really respect about Titanic is that they said, let's go hard and done. And it made back all the money. Is it me? I cannot stand Celine Dion's song. I cannot stand
the ending. When
America.
they
Oh
had
God, the
something
ending on the goddamn board.
that the two of them could have shared. And
Yeah.
just look at us. Anyways, but let's
The
move
best
on.
part of the movie is when the man drop off and hit the propeller.
Wow.
It's just messed up. Yeah.
Yo, Pierce is like, I don't really want to defend it, but just understand, I rate the setup of it.
Yeah, no, as in, when you see, a lot of people should definitely watch the making of films. As in, I love a lot of films,
Mhm.
but what actually really inspired me to want to get into it is when I really see the behind the scenes
Definitely,
and making
definitely.
of these stuff, and it enlightened me to this is how it's done, and it's like, yeah, this is what I want to do, and then you learn more and more, and then you decide whether you want to be the producer, director, actor, camera person, whatever. So,
Mhm.
you know what I mean? So it's unfortunate that you hate the movie that I really like the making of.
What do you think about the movie?
The movie it's
Did you like the movie?
You can admit it.
yeah,
man.
it's a movie that can watch, and they'll be like, yo,
Okay.
oh, I have
It's not
10
in the
movies.
category of
I
these
have-
other movies.
It's not like, oh, yo, you have 10 movies. Which movie again?
It
It don't make the list.
Yeah.
I mean, it don't make my list of movies that I want to
Well, then,
watch over and over.
well, then
But-
let's segue into Inception, and what I think is really admirable about Christopher Nolan is his sets.
Yeah, no, that a lot of stuff he do is practical and it's like that shit really happened. Very minimal CG.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And yeah, it would have been definitely be cool to be on one of his sets because it's like crazy, it's epic shit happening. I mean, so, it's like either in some like they'd have basically Inception and then have like in the making one of the scenes. You see the scene when them was walking
In the
thing, right?
in the hotel, and yeah.
Yeah, and how them actually make it spin like
It
put
was a spinning.
container
It was
on
a spinning thing.
and
Yeah.
they have it and whatever.
That's
like,
crazy.
That shit was
insane.
like when you see them thing, there's like yo, I definitely like I really can't.
You
wait
want to have
till
them
the
level
day
of money there.
that
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
have them budget there where I'm like yo, like yo, you watch Mandalorian.
Yeah.
You never watch. Watch Mandalorian, but as I say, you have to watch the main. Watch Mandalorian, but as I say, you have to watch the main of the making of Mandalorian
And how they build the world.
and how like can you have green screen right now? You had green screen back in the day. I would have the shit that them doing for Mandalorian is some new age green screen. It's not even green screens. Basically, imagine this room here, but every wall is an actual high definition LED screen, and then basically they can just put you into wherever the fuck. So they can just drop you into a forest, and then because it's LED screen, you get in the forest lighting,
And
you get in the reflections,
Yeah, that's cool.
and you really think that you're in the fucking forest. But the screen is above you,
Disney
all
Plus-
around you.
I was
I mean,
going to
like-
say. So Disney Plus hired Paris. He's really excited to work for you.
Put it into the universe.
Nah, man, but it's just with all of these films, it's great to watch them. But as I said, the part that really inspired me to get into this stuff is when you watch it.
No, and that's
Yeah.
what you're here
Honestly,
for. That's what you're here
That's
for.
when they're creative. You know what I mean?
It's a nice different take on how we even discuss the movies today. I mean, we've had different topics that we come and discuss, and we talk about like adaptations, and we talk about why the book influences, the movie itself. So you talking about the set design for a drama and for an epic is a very important factor. And what I like about Inception, because I rewatched Inception the other day, and I feel like the more I rewatch it, the less I really like the film as a whole. But I love the look and feel of it. So watching it on my laptop just not the same as watching it in a big screen. And I feel like that's what Nolan makes. Big screen film. So Tenet, I really want to see it on a large screen with some surround sound. But
right. There's
brave the
large
COVID.
screen right here.
Brave the COVID. With that said, we're going to move to my last film, and you want to announce it for me?
Say your film.
into my last film, and that is Seven by David Fincher. No,
I have to rewatch that. That's one of the movies that I tell you.
you watched a
When it
long
came
time
out
ago.
a long time ago. My mother watching it.
Yeah.
I don't even know.
No, here's the
watching
thing about
it.
Seven. Here's the thing about Seven. Seven is what I call my turning point. Before Seven, I thought that Bad Boys was one of the greatest films ever made. Before Seven, I thought Face Off was an epic. Before Seven, I thought the first version of the Hulk was actually.
Face Off. Out of those that is Face Off.
Maybe.
Bad still.
And
No,
the first
well-
version of the Hulk, I did like that.
Hold on. First version of Hulk was horrible.
I did like it.
But here's the thing about it. I haven't not liked those movies. But you need to understand that I thought that when people were like Godfather and greatest movies, I was like, so what about The Rock? Like I was throwing this movie up there as one of the greatest things ever to be put on a screen.
That's your
Seven
opinion.
was your
And
turn.
then I watched Seven, and then the movie finished, and I was just like,
I never know movie.
this a movie? That's a movie, make? But my cat, what's in the box?
What's in the box?
as a writer, it taught me how to do drama. Because the thing about Seven is that it's so damn structured. It's about the seven deadly sins. It's about this killer. And then it starts off and then it's like, yo, all right, then I'm gonna catch this man. And then it's like when the movie comes around, like his reveal, it's so sad also that two of these movies that I've listed had Kevin Spacey as one of the main characters. It's so sad because he turned out to be a super creep. But outside of that, it was almost three. It was almost three because instead of City of God, I almost had Usual Suspects. So it would have been three Kevin Spacey films. And I will I will definitely say that before the drama, Kevin Spacey was my favorite actor.
Yeah.
Is I mean, before whatever happened, his roles, I would still say his roles are some of my favorite roles.
The thing is about Kevin Spacey, it's Seven though. He's only in all of 5 minutes of the film.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, for sure. He's only, and then a funny story. That he purposefully told. He purposefully told the producers and the director not to put his name on any poster and in the credits anyway.
Yeah.
So no one knew he was in the film because people would then say, "Well, I guess Kevin Spacey," and then
wait for it, and then
yes,
as in the ending of that movie, everybody
have as one of the best endings ever.
Yeah, as in knows and like I definitely know this is like what's in the back and it's mine and everybody like
it's our head.
Yeah, I mean it's just like
spoiler alert. But
hey, you maybe should have done that.
No, I don't actually care.
You should always have spoiler alert on the podcast.
I'll put it in the description.
If you actually never watch any of these movies, they might be spoiled for it. So.
Maybe.
People care about that shit.
I know.
I'm somebody that really like you can as in I'm in the film biz, so like
we never
I know
have to put it for Gigi
ends
because Gigi is spoiled
before
like that.
it even filmed. So like, I'm used to like knowing everything before you even see the movie.
Yeah.
So like,
no, he loves spoilers. He will read up the theory. He's like, oh, this is based on a book. Read the whole Wikipedia page.
If I know something made on a book, I can read the book first.
So the thing with me was just seeing the structure of it, how they led up to the reveal, how he spoke. Like the fact that they did not catch this guy. He showed up and went, "Detective! Me, I look for. I heard you were looking for me." I mean, all the signs for Kevin Spacey were there.
All the creep signs.
All the creep signs.
Even in American Beauty.
Definitely in American Beauty, though. Anyway, so, and also now, Brad Pitt, again, I've said it in the podcast, I say it again, underrated actor. He's such an underrated actor. Yes, he's very simple, but he's great at the simplicity. Isn't it? So like you
just
find
never let him do a Jamaican accent again.
Ever again. But a lot of people that are given these great actor titles, I believe, overact at times. I believe Brad Pitt is one of the best regular actors. And how he played the detective, Morgan Freeman shelled that role wickedly. But it's really about the writing. The writer you have it.
Oh,
Alan Ball. If you can tell me what else he's written. Andrew Kevin Walker. If you can tell me what else he's written. Yeah, it sounds familiar. But David Fincher is also my favorite director. Fight Club was a close call for this list as inspirational. But how he really executes what has been written. You know what I mean? How David Fincher directed Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. Fight Club is also another book turned to film, and people love these films. A lot of times people hate adaptations, but David Fincher has a way of taking these styles and throwing them onto the screen, like the darkness of Seven, and how that brought about the suspense, choosing when to do the camera angle to make you feel like it's first person.
Yeah, and for the whole movie, you just feel uncomfortable. The whole film, you just feel very uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Uncomfortable.
Yeah. Definitely. And then choosing what not to show. Isn't it choosing what not to show? Like we never see in the box. There's actually a running joke that there is a prosthetic head in the box, of Gwyneth Paltrow, and I think they used to use it and frighten people after, but it was never shown. They said it was better to not show it, because it then hit that emotional tag when, as you say, you know what's in the box, and it really, really hurts. But that was all dark, and I think Pierce's next topic will lighten the mood a little bit.
Yeah. As in, all right. So the next set of films is like the comedy set. You know,
Okay.
you have like basically, all right. There's a whole slew of comedy set of films that are definitely good. All right. I don't know if anybody remember.
We remember.
Not what's the Charlie Sheen one, man?
Hot Shots.
Part 2.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You said it right too.
Right.
Yeah.
Part 2, and they have Naked Gun.
Yeah.
All the way up to
Four or whatever, right? Those were some nice comedy, Scream and them things. But then like you have like Old School and Hangover. I don't know, like those old stuff were great, and it definitely was like, yeah, this is comedy, and I've always wanted, like, those are like the perfect. Naked Gun and Hot Shots is like the prime example of like spoof movies, and I've always wanted to try and do something kind of like that
Spoofy.
out here.
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah.
mean? And that's
Well, here's a question I would ask: do you think spoof comedy has standing the test of time? Because I feel like that comedy don't really get a lot of love nowadays.
no, it does have to be done right, because as you can see, like with Scream, Naked Gun, and
The scary
and Hot
movies.
Shots, it's
Not
only
Scream,
the
you mean
first-
scary movie.
Scary movie. It's only like the first two, or that actually start. Once them start go, you're tired of it.
Yeah.
I think
Celebrity
yeah.
cameos, and it's not like.
I mean,
definitely.
like for me, like watch like before even any of them that was Blazing Saddles, Airplane.
Yeah,
Mel
yeah,
Brooks.
yeah,
Mel Brooks.
Yeah, all of them things. The Robin Hood Men in Tights. To me, Robin Hood Men in Tights is of that genre
That-
of comedy
Yeah.
is
one-
the funniest.
Yeah.
That one,
I
that
love
one,
that movie.
that one. Robin
Watch
Hood
that
Men
one
in
today.
Tights and the Prince and
Princess Bride.
Princess
Princess
Bride.
Bride.
The Princess
I love
Bride
Princess
actually
Bride.
is like the
Great.
I think I watched that not knowing it was a spoof, so
spoof?
I kept wanting, like, what is happening?
yeah.
And I think I need to watch it again.
Right, so that's a great spoof one, but those were great, and but I did like the transition that Old School and Hangover did tech comedy in terms of like
Yeah.
it
Over the top silliness, I think was what
yeah,
we
it's
call
like
it.
Yeah.
I can't believe this shit actually is fucking happening.
And they
right now,
so
kinda.
it's over the top, but they try to keep it a little bit realistic.
Yes,
So it's realistic over the top. So it's like it's ridiculous, like Hangover is ridiculous, but it's not like Naked Gun where O.J. Simpson body is blowing up into a balloon.
you're not going to see that
Yeah.
stuff. So
You know?
I
It's
kind
not
of
slapstick.
Yeah.
So
Right.
those as in, so you have those old sets, the Naked Guns and those definitely are inspirational in terms of like, you know, it's good for make fun of people, but I definitely like
Saturday Night Live.
yeah or in Living Color, and
Yeah.
you know what I mean,
Yeah.
that thing there was definitely,
You know, I
but-
never really caught on to Saturday Night Live.
Yeah, I used to watch it with brief, like looking at it in the 80s.
Yeah.
You know, I used to watch like a little bit of it. But then
You're
you know
aging
the
yourself.
80s,
but then it was in Living Color.
Uh-huh.
You know, and then I used to watch old episodes because they become an Eddie Murphy fan and you want to see more of them sketches.
yeah.
You know? So that, yeah.
I just want to ask, would you consider in that same over the top silliness that you're
Oh,
Yes.
that Pineapple Express is probably like
I
a
think
new version of.
Well, I think Old School, Hangover, I think they all gather into that. Pineapple Express,
they're all
Anchorman,
Mhm.
and they kind of have the same people-ish.
Yeah.
Hangover alone don't have them, but
Will
Todd
Ferrell.
Phillips, I think you
Yeah,
have
Todd Phillips. Yeah, he was
So,
a
yeah.
part of a lot of those.
Yeah, so the Todd Phillips, Seth Rogen kind of thing. I think 40-year-old virgin,
And
Steve
the
Carell.
only really Ben Stiller movie that I like. There's something about Mary. For me,
What a movie.
That was like the real first one that they kind of okay.
Yeah.
Come on the ears bit and them sort of thing. I was like, okay, this is kind of
I'm laughing.
We kind of never even pick our movie,
Yeah,
but
we
it's
never,
fine.
yeah, it's just, as I say, it was just a comedy sector, like comedy films. I do enjoy them, and as,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
those group of films, like I watch them, and being a director, I
Mhm.
always has had the vision that I really would like to make one of these type of comedy movies, like a Hangover, old school. Like I would love to do that. So like those movies, those comedy stuff have inspired me because I want to eventually one day when I get the chance to make one of these things. I think it's good to bring joy to people, laugh to people life. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
You know, make people laugh on them things. So that's just one of my things. So that's what I pray about the comedy setting.
Yeah.
How they've inspired me. I'm trying to bring it back to me.
It's fine. We're after. Well, we made it. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
We made it through your decision tree.
The
Yeah.
15
The 15
yeah.
million.
Sorry, I never did this.
We enjoyed it. We
No,
enjoyed
no,
it.
no,
We
it
enjoyed
was,
it.
it was completely fine. Thank you so much.
Um,
So now we're at the end. We have listed Simon's 3 and you're 15. Now we're going to ask you the question we asked Oliver, which is if you had a superhero power, what would it be?
Superhero power.
Yeah.
All right. I was going to tell you my most.
He's gonna give us 15.
recent- No. I was because you don't know when you grow up, you always.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
my most recent superhero power that I would want is absolute luck. So.
Oh,
Like the girl,
Domino.
like Domino, yeah.
Yeah, but that's even on a even more intense level than Domino. Right? Yeah, like nothing can happen to me.
Just
It's
walking
like
traffic
some-
is fine.
Yeah, like a bullet could be coming to me, but a bird just get fly right there, just in time. Man. Not like, you know what I mean? Like Superman could be fighting me, and right as I'm about to hit me, kryptonite that's been flying for millions of years. It was just planned to just hit Superman.
This
when-
might be the best answer. This
Yeah,
might be
so like infinite
Absolute
luck,
luck.
absolute luck,
Oh,
All right.
that's good.
absolute luck.
All right, I like that.
That's good.
Yeah, mine sucks. I keep saying mine. I know this is the first time I was just like, I just want to heal. I just want to heal. All right, that's good. So we're gonna wrap the show now, right?
Yeah, we're gonna wrap the show.
But before that, yeah,
we're
let's.
gonna give you our gifts.
Oh man, I have one too.
Oh, he's going to give us
It's
a.
not a competition.
But yeah, that's why it's a Chat
Big
Bout
up.
Flim shirt.
Big
Isn't
up.
it? Gigi's going to just take a picture. Isn't it? Get the Chat Bout Flim.
Smile at the same time.
That's something that.
No, because you okay.
Respect,
I
bro.
thought piercing like halfway a wink.
Respect.
All right, and so with that said, we're just going to close by just doing all the call to actions. For those who actually stayed on our YouTube live, big up. But please subscribe, share, like, comment on it. Maybe ask some questions that you might want us to answer on the podcast. Follow up Just Bus TV, follow up Daddy P, follow up Tony Dice, follow up Jheanelle Levy, follow up Simon the writer. Take the time to look for Girl on the Run by Just Bus. Watch that film, enjoy it. It's a really good story and it's cultural. It's about nanny. At Bout Flim, what are you doing in your life?
Yeah,
See,
follow them, hate that.
is it me? Follow us on IG, follow us on Anchor, Apple, Google Podcasts, Pocket Casts, Spotify.
And if you still want to submit videos.
And
short
if you
films.
still want to submit short films, submit. As you saw, we spoke about one today. You might be the next guest. So just send that in. Big up yourself. And don't forget to chat about Flim. Oh, man. Bang. Bang.
So, respect.